Hey ladies, it's your girl Sun Soldier in the house again. So I'm coming back with something really simple and really quick because that's what I enjoy doing. Even if it's redundant and you get bored with it, just listen to my crazy stories because it is hilarious to me. So I'm going to start off by putting my eyeshadow on first. Remember when you were like in high school or beginning to put makeup on and you didn't do the two and three and four colors? You just did that one color on your eyelids. That's what I'm doing today. And I'm going to be using the MAC, and I will be using this color. And I don't have the name of it because they're just the pots and I put them in my little, um, you know what I'm talking about. And so I wanted to match my shirt. This is my granny. You probably can't see it clearly, but that's my mama sis that I talked about in the last video. I believe it was the last video. And you have people in your family that are unsung heroes that did great things when back in the day. Y'all know how prejudiced it was back in the day. They stepped outside of themselves to help someone else. And I know I told the story last time and I'm not going to go into it again, but just the fact that she was a business owner back then, she purchased her own bus. She started out as a bus driver, but she purchased her own bus so that African American children could go to school because they weren't going to be able to go to school in the city that she lived in. And so to me, that is she was just an amazing woman, period. And so that's what I'm paying homage to her and all of those that all over the world that people don't know. Moving on. So I'm going to go ahead and put my eyeshadow on, and I'm going to use this brush. I've had this brush for a little minute, and I got it from Avon. And sometimes we sleep on certain things because it's not popular, but really for me, I do what I like. And whether it's name brand or it's not name brand, if it works for me, I'm going to use it and mix it up. I think that everyone should live by that. Just do what you're comfortable with. I've already moisturized my face. I've already prepped my face as well and primed it. So I'm ready to go. So I'm going to put my eyeshadow on, and I'm not going to talk about how much in a hurry I am because I did this just for you guys today. I do have things to do, but it's all good. And so I'm going to start. I already primed my eyelid. So if I'm looking up a lot, I'm looking in my mirror. I tried it on the side, and it didn't seem to work too much for me. It just seemed like awkward when you start to do something and then you switch it up. It just seems a little strange, but you get used to it because you got to get used to change. If you don't want to change and you want to always stay the same, your life gonna be miserable. Because with Jesus, you're gonna always continuously change to Him for the better. And so, anyway, I didn't finish my story about the bug. I forgot this part. So I used to work at the police department, and I had to go to work with a big old cotton ball in my ear. And I was like so embarrassed to tell the story of like what happened. And so with me, I might be embarrassed in the beginning, but then it's gonna come out. I'm like, well, this happened, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. And a lot of people don't like to hear truth. They'll rather you tell them lies. It's amazing how people believe a lie before they believe the truth. But if you don't believe Jesus, you don't believe His word, then we shouldn't be surprised. But anyway, the officer, he goes, "What happened to your ear?" And I was like, well, I was at my cousin's house, blah, 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 and a bug flew in my ear. I had to go to the ER. So I told him the story of what happened. How about he teased me? Oh, he teased me so bad. Almost a week he teased me really, really bad. And so I was like, okay, it's all good. I would laugh it off or whatever. How about by the end of the week or the beginning of next week, he was at the fire station. A bug, the same kind, flew in his ear. He said he was screaming like a girl, y'all. He was screaming and running around. I said, look, I told you it was painful. You know what? Big muscular dude screaming. So they had to get it out of his ear. And so the moral of the story is be careful what you say about folk. Even if you don't like them, you better hear from the Lord and tell them what it is He wants you to tell them. I know, some people, they are very, very mean spirited. He wasn't coming from a bad place. We were cool like that. Like, I would talk to guys more than females. I would give them advice more than females because I just didn't find very many trustworthy females unless it was my sisters, even my brothers, but females I struggle with. And I have always been loyal. I love people. I feel like I was naive to a certain extent. But even as a child, we are like old women and old men. So we were wise on certain things. But I will always give people the benefit of doubt. I could never understand why people didn't like certain ones and they would stay away from them. But then I would be the one to find out the hard way. And so anyway, I really, really like this color, y'all. It is very, very pretty. It's like a iridescent lavender. And I mean, it's not really that pink, so I'm going to add some pink to it. I love mixing colors. I love mixing scents. I just like making my own, and I love being unique. I don't like copying everyone else. Sometimes we get the same ideas. It's true. We do get the same ideas, but the Lord allows us to make it unique to us. And so you'll hear me say that a lot, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I've always been that way. I'm the one that go against the grain and do the opposite of what everybody else is doing because I'm just that crazy. That's why the Lord choose certain ones. He know you crazy enough to go against the grain and not go with what everybody else is saying and what's popular. Because truth is truth and you can't change it. Facts is facts and you can't change it. So anyway, I know I'm rolling my neck and stuff, y'all, but I just be passionate about what the Lord gives me. I'm passionate about Jesus Christ. I love him so much. He has done so much for me. He has changed my life for the better because, as I said before, it was pure hell. And the ones that know me well, they know my struggle. So I blend with my hands, y'all. I do. It might not be the right way, but this is what I've done, and I am not going to switch it up at all. Certain things I will, but not for the sake of because everybody else is doing it. So I'm just going to put a little pink over it just to kind of make it look a little pink. And it's turning into a pink purple or purplish pink. This is like a color I really like now. And I'm not afraid of color. A lot of people don't like a lot of color and dramatic. Like I go through that phase where I may be real simple and plain sometimes, but then I go through that phase where I like being dramatic. That's just me. Not dramatic in the sense of drama. I hate drama, but I love doing certain things. So I'm done with my eyeshadow for now. I'm just going to blend it in. And what I'm going to do is clear my edges on the side. I found that that's like really, really easy to do. And so I just take a wipe. If I feel like it's too far down, wipe it. Because see, we're doing simple, basic stuff that everyone else can do every day. Like I remember how it was when I started out doing my own makeup. I had to sneak to wear makeup at first. And I started out with lipstick. I was like in middle school. And I would put lipstick on before I went to school. And by the time it was time for me to come home, because my dad, he didn't want us to wear makeup, I would wipe it on the bottom of my shirt. Duh. How in the world did I not think that he was not going to see? I mean, he didn't wash the clothes, but if you got lipstick all on the bottom of every shirt, it's obvious you're wearing lipstick. So then I just was like, psh, and just started wearing the lipstick. And then as I got to high school, I started wearing a little bit more. And I remember Fashion Fair. Fashion Fair was out then, and you can get Fashion Fair if I'm not. I believe it was Fashion Fair, but no, you had to get that from the department store. But then there was another one out, and I can't remember the name of it, where you could get it from the drugstore, but it was similar. The consistency and all of that, it was similar. But back in the day, like I haven't worn Fashion Fair in a very long time. I'm gonna go ahead and put my foundation on, and I'm using the same, worn this way, and it's the golden beige is what it is. And if you've watched my previous videos, you know that I love Born This Way Too Faced. It does the job for me and it stays on. Like that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to stay on and I wanted to cover up. I have moles, so I wanted to cover up, and my dark circles. I wanted to cover it up. And if you can build it, so that's a good thing. Anyway, so I I'm sorry. Y'all know I don't edit no videos. I'm gonna use my real technique. And this is my first time using it. I know I kept saying about the other one, but I'm gonna use the real technique today. And actually I'm gonna use my favorite brush first, and then I'm gonna use the real technique to blend. And that's my it brush. But anyway, so I was talking about the fashion fair makeup, but back in the day, I would try to wear it to high school. And we had PE back then. Well, some of y'all might know we had PE. They called it PE back then. I don't know what they call it right now. But anyway, I would have to ask my children what they call it. But anyway, that's the class that I always got a D in because I didn't like to participate. And so anyway, until I started playing volleyball, I loved volleyball when I was in high school. I did, and I broke a nail, and then that kind of turned me off for a while. But then that's one I love volleyball. And so anyway, I would wear the fashion fair to school, and it was hot out that door. Where we live, it is super super hot over the summertime, and I can't stand it. And so I would love to wear my little makeup to school. People would tease. Back in the day, they would tease you for it. Like, why you wearing makeup to school? Like, ooh, why? And then now, certain things are popular now, so everybody accept it. I would be that one to do what I like to do, and then everybody talk about it, and then they start doing it, and then it's okay. And even as an adult, the same ones that you say, oh, I don't try to put you down in a subtle way. I don't like makeup. I don't wear makeup. I don't need makeup, this and that. And now you wear it, so it's okay. So that's why y'all should do what you want to do and not worry about what nobody else do. Anyway, I used to be sweating. When I tell y'all that stuff was melting off, it was just running all down my face. And so I just, it's amazing how the things you remember in high school is like, or even in school period, like even when I was in elementary, I still remember stuff. But it's amazing what you remember and what you go through, like in life, and it makes you who you are. And so, getting back to the makeup, I didn't put a lot under my eye. I just put a little bit on because, I wear it, but I used to wear makeup every day, full face every day. And now I'm at the point where I just want to look put together, and I already sprayed my sponge. And so I'm going to blend this out. I just want to look put together, and that's good enough for me because I'm just not trying to impress nobody. And at this point in my life, I'm not trying to impress nobody. I'm just, even back then, I wasn't trying to impress anybody. I just did what I like. And a lot of times people wouldn't even compliment you anyway. So you just got to do what you like. And I wasn't doing it for a compliment. I will always compliment everybody else. And I think some people thought that you compliment because you want to compliment back. No, that's not me. That's how I was raised. My mom, she always encouraged us, always. My dad, he encouraged us as well, but in a different way. But my mom always encouraged us. And so that's what I love doing, is encouraging other people. That's a gift from God, to be able to encourage people when you're going through yourself and you're going through pure hell, but you're able to encourage other people. And so I'm just grateful, for my upbringing. And I'll talk about that a lot, when I'm on video, because it has stuck with me since I was a child. And so anyway, moving on. I know I'm doing a lot of chatting, but I just love talking and encouraging other people. Like, I'll be quiet. If I don't know you, I ain't saying nothing. I'm going to first discern what type of person you are. Some people get through the cracks. I'm just blending. And I don't put any up here, but I'll still, if I have some left, I'll put it on that area, because that's the place that I sweat the most. And so I'm constantly dabbing, and so it's going to come right off anyway. So I just kind of leave that area alone, but for the sake of filming. And you may not like the way I put my makeup on. That's okay. I really don't care, to be honest. Like, I'm not doing this for any other reason but to encourage somebody. That's it. I'm gonna go in with my setting powder. Yay, yay, yay! This time, this time I poured enough out, and I don't have to clank, 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 because I know y'all talking trash, but that's okay. And I'm gonna use my little powder brush and try not to get it everywhere. I know that was a little clank, but that's okay. And I'm just going in with my, and I actually do have a setting brush, Real Technique. So let's see if this one is a little different. Maybe it just, yeah, it just apply a little bit thicker. That's interesting. Maybe that's why they call it a setting brush, y'all. So back to school. I don't know. School was kind of on my mind. It was on my mind this morning when I woke up. School was, and it's amazing how it plays a big part in your life. And I never forget this. One of my classmates. I would always walk with my head down, but that was because I was thinking. Like even as a child, I was always thinking, y'all. When I say I was thinking, I was thinking. I just flat that everywhere. So I will always walk with my head down. Into being bullied in school, you're a little different. Like you do tend to get quiet and just feel things out. And I was never scary or anything like that. It just I kept to myself to try to keep out of things or whatever. Or it just was so many people just two-faced, fake, two-faced. Them the kind of people I don't care for, and I don't want to be drama filled. I don't have time for it. I don't like being around them kind of people. But I will see you in passing. I am polite to you in passing. But as you see, I said in passing. That's what it is. I don't need that kind of mess. You gotta let things go sometimes. But back to the classmate. And y'all know I was looking crazy because I've always been, sorry, I got to brush this off. I've always been like, kind of like a germaphobe, and I'm just being real. So he walked up to me and he lifted my head up or whatever. And I like looked at him like, really? I don't know you like that. What? And so he was like, no, no. He's like, why you always walk with your head down? He said, you should hold your head up and be something to the effect of be proud of who you are or whatever. And so that always stuck with me. And then he goes, and if not, you're going to get a double chin. I got that anyway, but it's all good because it's what it is. That makes me Sonia, and that makes me Sun Soldier in Christ Jesus. And so all my life that has stuck with me. So not just negative things, but the positive things stick with you as well. And so sometimes when I'm thinking and I'm walking with my head down, like I'm literally always like, seriously. And so it always stuck with me in a positive way because I'm like, it don't always have to come from somebody who you think is holy or who you think follow Christ. It can come from anybody. And so he was a kid just like I was in school. And so they always stuck with me. So the days I'm walking around with my head down because I'm thinking or whatever, that thought comes to me and I hold my head up a little bit higher. People think that you're stiff neck or sedity or stuck up and all of that, but you missing out because you're not getting to know the true person inside, and that's judging because you don't know that person. You just walking behind them and passing and you assume they are a certain way. And I've done it. I have done it. I have. And then as you get older, it's like you give people the benefit of the doubt. Some people don't always need the benefit of the doubt. They put themselves out there. If you see them, they talking loud and being extra, blah, blah, blah. There you go. That's what it is. And so now I'm going to use my Too Faced again. And this is the Golden Beige as well. And it's the multi-use complexion powder. And so I'm just going to give myself a little color because I look a little, the translucent powder is good because you can put it on any, but just a little bit to give me a little color. And I'm good with that. And so I'm done with that part. And now I'm going to use my favorite natural Too Faced as well. And I know I'm being a little chatty, but seems like I haven't been on here in a minute. So, and I always do it the same way. Just rub it in. going in the upward motion is how I apply mine, because that's what works for me. And as I said, as my face fill out, when it thins out, you can see my cheekbones like really, really good. But as I gain, they're not as predominant in my face or whatever. But that's okay. It's what it is. And so I got that blended in. And I'm going to go back and buff it. And I always go in with my color that's a little bit darker. So I use the Sunny Honey. And then now I'm going to use it, chop it like this hot. And so I'm going to go in a little bit lower. And I know some people pooch their lips out, but I do it sometimes, not all the time. I might go like that or something like that, just to, get it where I want it at. And since I already have it open, see, for the sake of saving time, because I talked y'all heads off, I'm going to go ahead and highlight my nose. And I don't really have anywhere. I just got like errands to do. And I usually put a little bit here. Sometimes I don't do my lip, because for me it looks like I have slob or something on my lips. On my lips, it looks good on other people, but it just really doesn't look good on me. And a little there. And I'm not gonna do here and here. There's no need. Not today, y'all. Not today. And so now I'm gonna go back in with this color, because I said for now. I did say for now. So I'm going to do the color. I like doing color at the top and the bottom. That's like my favorite thing to do. And that's just what I like. Everybody don't like that. Some people just like to wear black, but it's your preference. Whatever you like to do, girl, just do it. Lady, just do it. It is all good. So now I'm going to go back in with my lavender color first. And I'm going to put that at the beginning because that's where I put my other color. And you don't have to go all the way out if you don't want to. I don't know if you can see it a little bit. Let's see here. And I did wet my brush. And go in with a little bit more. And then I'm going to go back in with this dark color. I should say the darker one. Can you see me? Yeah, you can see me. It's all good. Okay, and then I'm going to go on the other side. You can pull it all the way out if you like. Y'all, it ain't no right and wrong way to put on makeup. It's just not. You just do what you like. If somebody else don't like your makeup, so who cares? They'll be okay. Okay, I know. I tried it again to put everything in one spot, and it didn't work, y'all. I tried. I'm sorry. Because everybody's different. And what works for you may not work for someone else. It's okay. It's just not that serious. We live in a society now where people, in my sister's voice, nothing but clones, or I think she said clones or whatever, but you can't do what everybody else do. God made us all individuals. We do similar things, but you got to be unique in your own way. It might not make sense to someone else, but that's okay. It doesn't even matter. Like, get your heart right. You can be the best person in the world. You can have all these accolades. You can, in society stance, be having it going on, wealthy, whatever. But that means nothing, because you can't take it with you. If you don't know Jesus, in hell will you open up your eyes. And so you have got to be ready at all times. I try not to get too preachy, because I'm me. The Lord has given me balance, because I'm that one that will sit in sackcloth and ashes and be in his face, especially when I need him to move and deliver. That's just what it is. And so he's taught me balance as far as being who I am and surrendering to him so that he can be that light within me. And some people, you do have to give it to them and get with them in a Christian way. You ain't got to cuss them out, but they know you mean business. This is my buffing brush. This is real technique as well. I want to say I purchased these brushes I want to say Amazon. I really, really want to say Amazon because they had like a special and it came in like a little kit. It couldn't have been Ulta or anywhere like that because, listen, I like nice stuff, but I'm going to get me a deal somewhere. I am going to get a deal. I like giving other people deals. Matter of fact, this is one of my accessories. And these are my earrings. I decided to put these in. I know gold don't go with silver, but I don't care. I'm wearing my necklace. It's all good. I love y'all. And I did my nails, y'all. I did my nails. But I still have to go back and tweak them because they're still not the way that I want them to be. But I just do, like, those are hobbies for me. I enjoy doing it on myself. Like, I don't really like doing it on other people because sometimes it takes a long, long time. I've done it before and it takes a long time. And so, because I want it to come out right, I don't want, like, to do something for somebody and it don't look right. And then they like, girl, you did your nails good, but mine look a mess. And so, moving on, you know I can get sidetracked and get chatty, but that's okay. I just love encouraging somebody and letting you know it's okay. You're going to go through some things, but you're going to come out on the other side. You just got to believe that who God say he is, that's who he is. And trusting him to change you and take you deeper in him because that is very important. So, I'm going to put my little mole on now. I should say highlight the one I already have. Now I go back in with my Q-tip because it's too dark for me. And if you wipe too much off, just go back in and fix it. And so I dab it again to make sure that it's not too dark. I mean, it's there, but I don't want it to look like a tattoo. And my hair is like medium brown, y'all, naturally. When I was a baby, my hair was fire engine red. One day I'll start posting pics or pictures and putting little pictures once I learn how to do all that. I don't know how to do it, and I'm not editing. What you see is what you get. From the beginning, I haven't edited, so what you see is what you get. I'm gonna keep it real because that's who I am, and I'm not gonna switch it for nobody. If the Lord tell me to switch it, I'm gonna switch it for Him. I don't listen to man. I listen to God above all things. And so, what I want to do now is I'm gonna set my face, and this is my complete look. That was simple, easy breezy. I usually go back in with a Q-tip. I already let y'all know this. I might even put a little white in the corner. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. And I go back in my hands with my hand in my hands. Really. And I've been noticing. I think because I'm looking down, like I flare one of my nostrils. I do, and I hope it's not paralysis from that accident either. But I think when I look down, I flare. And when I talk, I flare my nose in. And then when I get mad, y'all, flare it like a bull. I do. But I be praying, Lord, deliver me from this anger. It's okay to get angry, but sin not. So now I'm going to set my face. And it was something. Oh, I said I was going to do that white. Let me do that white in the corner first. And then I'm going to, once I do my little white, I'm done, y'all. I'm like done. For real, for real. So I want to wipe my brush off first. Actually, I'll use the other side. And I'm going to wet this brush as well. I hope y'all are having a wonderful, blessed, awesome day. I really, really do. Because it's hard, with so many losing their loved ones and this old nasty seed that's going around. I'll be glad when it clears up, but only God can do it. He confound the wise. When you think you know it all, you're going to have to call on him. Simplest things. He confound the wise. Wash your hands. Don't be nasty. Stop spreading it. Stop talking all in people's face and standing over them. Follow the people rules. Stop doing what you want to do. Period. The end. And so now I'm going to go back and put this in the corner. You see? This is why I stopped doing this because it's falling all over the place. But I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can. You see? Alrighty. So I put my little eyeshadow in the corner. And this is pretty much my finished look. My quick 1, 2, 3. And I'll just keep switching it up and doing different things. Like I said, I'll use different eyeshadows and such. I know I'm really busy now and I'm being extra chatty, but if it's too long for you, just move along. Don't even worry about it. But I love encouraging people. It's not about the makeup. It's not about all these other things. It's just to come and encourage you and say, hey, y'all, love y'all. It's going to be okay. Be encouraged. And I'm going to set the space and then I'm going to end out. And ooh, this was with my Too Faced as well. Hangover 3-in-1. So you can spray before and spray after. And so I'm grateful to even start doing this because I've been trying and not trying for so long, but it's time now. It wasn't time then, but it's time now. And all will know Jesus Christ. Every knee is going to bow. Every tongue is going to confess that He is King of Kings. He is Lord of Lords. You pray for me and I pray for you. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friend, tell your grandma, tell your sister, tell your brother. Holla at Sun Soldier, your lady friend. Y'all are queens. Keep your head up no matter what you look like on the outside. Trust God in your heart and He will direct your paths. Whatever your heart's desire, He said, focus on the kingdom of heaven and all its righteousness, and the rest will be added unto you. Be encouraged, my people, all over the world. I love you. Peace, love, grace, and mercy immeasurable. In Jesus' name.